Hi there! If you like art and craft content, you've probably stumbled upon the new trend, which is pipe cleaner crafts. After seeing so many beautiful creations, especially all of those gorgeous flowers, I couldn't resist myself from trying it. So please join me today as we explore this fun and new and what seems to be very creative activity. Got some pipe cleaners, and I chose to start with one of the ideas that seemed the easiest to me. I saw these tiny teddy bears and I really wanted to try to make one. Now, because I'm still figuring creating content, I failed to film the two first ones I made watching a tutorial. But here's me making my third one, and it's simple enough that you don't need to follow the tutorial later. I really appreciate craft like this where you don't really need any special skills and really anyone can make something. It's like modeling with play, though, almost fun, intuitive, and there's really no going wrong. It doesn't really matter if you follow instructions to the T as long as you're forming something that's kind of close. So for the bear, I made 3 loops, 2 for the ears and 1 for the snout. I also bent the 2 little arms and I'm twisting the ears again because they don't look just right, so I'm remodeling them. I'm adding a second pipe cleaner. I could have done the legs out of that first one alone, but I wanted the bear to be chubbier, so I needed an extra one. I twisted it with the first one to get them together and molded the legs. And for the body, I just twisted the pipe cleaner back and forth however I thought I wanted it to until I got a shape I was happy with. And it looks like a bear. And I also did learn how to make another one just with one pipe cleaner. It's the same thing, like I just told you just don't make it as chubby. Folding things until they look right to you. Then with the paint marker, I drew some eyes and the nose, and here it is next to the other ones I had already made. And that I left climbing my brushes and pencil. I love that look. It's so easy and satisfying, perfect stuff to fool around with when you are bored. Next project. I definitely wanted to try a flower, and I don't know why I chose this one. Maybe because I had the appropriate colors of pipe cleaners or because it's flat. And there was a scrap of cardboard on my desk that gave me an idea. For this flower, you just take a stem and roll it in, then glue it in place and make all of the little petals individually by folding half a pipe cleaner into little heart shapes and twisting the bottom. Once you have all of the petals, you glue them to the center of the flower you just created. And then for a little more detail, you wrap a third pipe cleaner onto itself and put it around the black, also gluing it in. So this type of flower involved more hot gluing than ideal to me. I rather not use the gun so much. I've burned myself so many times. But it's simple and I think it looks pretty. It's not as modeled as many others I've seen where you make each petal dimensionally, but it's fast. I do want to try the other ones now where you model each large beautiful petal. But as I'm exploring with this material, I'm realizing those need a lot of pipe cleaners to get made. In any case, because this one was flat, I thought I'd glue it onto this thick piece of cardboard I already had, and I'm gonna use it as a bookmark. You know how I love my bookmarks. So I just drew in a little stem for the flower, wrote a phrase to fill in the bookmark, and I think it's really, really great having it poke out the book. Playing with the flower, I thought you could almost wrap it as a bracelet too. I think it would be fun and it looks nice. Anyhow, next project. I saw a reindeer made like this and I thought I could probably create a panda using this technique. You take 3 pipe cleaners and twist them together to create a very long stem, which you wrap around the pen to make this long coil. Then I took a black stem and run it through the middle. I also saw this technique used for flowers, mini pumpkins, and clementines, but for me it's panda. So white and black. You pull the black pipe cleaner from the middle and twist it to tighten and hold everything together. Then I took the ends and twisted them into little ears. I was making this up as I went, so the back is not perfect, but I still liked it. All I had to do was add the eye patches, for which I wrapped a couple of pieces of pipe cleaner, glue them in place, and again, with the paint marker, I painted on the eyes. That's it.
I don't know what I'm going to use this one for, but I guess maybe you could use it as a magnet, keychain, pin, so many things you could glue it onto. So for me, it was just about the fun of making something I wanted with low effort and zero stress. So satisfying. With that, I felt prepared for my big project of the day and I bought 40 stems of white and 40 stems of brown for this one, which seemed like a lot. My original idea was to make a little artificial plant for my studio space, inspired on this one, but I wanted mine to look like a cotton plant. I started by making the same long coil that I used for the panda. Difference is that I ran a brown stem through the middle and made leaves out of it. Just by bending the pipe cleaner, it kind of looks like the leaves on the bottom of the cotton bud. I also made little knots to be like little blooms and made leaves with the brown using very simple bends and shapes. You can see that I'm just twisting stuff because I was learning as I went and I was really experimenting. I did also buy floral tape that I understood you have to wrap around your stems to keep it all together and make it look more organic. To be honest, I didn't watch any full tutorials, I just watched shorts, and that got me hyped enough to try and do it. So here I am putting together my first flower branch and I was really enjoying this. I thought I would make all of the coils at the same time to have them ready as well as a lot of leaves. And this is how I ended up making the biggest ones. I made them into a tear shape just by twisting the end into it and then went back around and you have a leaf. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think you just have to do it and you will understand. Mine are not perfect, but it was good to have a lot made. I really think it's nice that there's no unique technique really. You have the freedom to try stuff and just twisting the stems will make you happy by putting your hands and mind into a creative mode. It's like child's play. I love it. With all of the shapes pre-made, I continued to wrap my first branch by adding more flowers or more leaves as I desired. The more you pull on the floral tape, the stickier it gets, so it's easy to keep everything together. Really, all through this process, I was thinking how nice this is. What a beautiful activity that you can do by yourself or with the kids or with friends. You don't really need to set up a lot of stuff to start, and you don't really need experience. It's really nice and entry level. The only thing though, with the floral tape, my fingers did start to get tacky, and some of the hairs from the stems were gluing to my fingers. Anyhow, continued wrapping until I had my first branch, and here it is. It was very beautiful, and I think it looks organic, so I love that. And I was happy with my idea of using the tangerine plant to look like flowers. So here are my first 3 branches, and after doing 3, I realized the best way to go about this is to prepare the flowers and wrap the first part of the stem with a little floral tape. Same for the buds, wrap them along with a little leaf and you have all of these pre-prepared with the floral tape on the stems. It's easier to join everything together and create the longer branches this way. I had such a great time doing this, although I do have to be honest, my hands look like this because of the brown floral tape, which I guess you could avoid. And I was sitting on my desk while playing and still my leggings look like this from all the fuzzies falling from the stems.
So here are my finished flowers and they're looking so pretty, but I didn't know you had to add something in the middle for extra support. I'm guessing thicker wire or a stick, but lesson learned. In any case, the activity was so satisfying and the flowers are so pretty, I will definitely revisit. Imagine doing this with friends or when you're bored, just having the satisfaction of creating something very pretty, very fast. With that, I want to thank you so much for watching. I am Paula. I'm always exploring creative ideas. Can't wait to see what you comment below. I hope you're having the most beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.